Propane is 4 generations strong as a trustworthy, family-owned business with unmatched customer service. Go online at DeSantoPropane.com for more info or call toll-free at 1-800-752-4574 today. Since 1937, the difference has been DeSanto Propane.
Hello, everybody. Happy Super Bowl week. Welcome in to the FL1 Sports Podcast here on FingerLakes1.com. Paul Russo, along with Jim Senecropi and Kyle Evans here with you, previewing the big game. A lot to get to. We got our favorite prop bets, the game itself, so jump into a bunch of stuff there. We're forced in legally to discuss Syracuse.
I'm going to show you how Adrian Autry can save his job.
Okay.
Later.
I like
Stay tuned.
That's a tease. We got the Sabres getting out of Florida, and who knows what else. NBA trade deadline is in under an hour technically. Giannis isn't looking like on the move, but who knows who else might be traded. We've had crazier things happen before. Thank you to Nico Harrison for that. So before we get any further, thank a couple more of our sponsors today, including Finger Lakes Partners Insurance. Get the insurance you need from the people you know at Finger Lakes Partners Insurance, the Finger Lakes Insurance Agency for your home, auto, or business. You can get a no-obligation quote today at fingerlakesinsurance.com. And Cicino's Pizzeria and Restaurant. You can visit them at their Waterloo location or Geneva location. Dine in, take out, delivery, catering, and banquets. You can order online at Cicino's.com. Live, laugh, and eat well. It's the Italian way, and I recommend some Cicino's pizza on Sunday if you're interested in the pizza side or anything else. Cicino's menu is pretty extensive. I'm also a fan of their calzones. So, hey, take your pick. All right. Super Bowl 60. Kind of crazy to say out loud. I know I mentioned
Super Bowl licks.
Yeah. When I talked to Nick Felice yesterday, we were both kind of sitting there going kind of funny. We both fully remember at this point Super Bowls 40 and 35 and stuff like that, and it's for us, it's damn. So
Shit, man.
Yeah, I was about to say I didn't want to fully do that to you, Jim, but
what Super Bowl was Steelers Cowboys in 1978?
78 would be 12. 12, right?
I remember that one.
Yeah.
And when I started really remembering them was 1980, I think. Rams Steelers. Was it Rams Steelers in 80?
Sounds right.
Anyways.
So
I wasn't there for the original Super Bowl one or any NFL championship games prior.
Right. Yeah, we didn't get the Super Bowl moniker, I don't think, until technically the third one, as they say, right? Because they're still calling it the NFL, AFL championship or something like that. And either way, enough history lessons there. Seattle, New England. Seahawks, Patriots. That's how
everybody was hoping for at the beginning of the season.
A little bit of a Super Bowl rematch, albeit from 12 years ago, technically. Two completely different look teams, though, than what people might expect from that matchup. So a lot to get to there. I don't know where to fully kind of start with this, guys. I'll maybe kind of toss the ball up here and see whoever wants to kind of take it and run. But I think the main storyline out of this has got to be, at least at the moment, do we believe Drake May's injury is whatever? It seems like everything's good there. And then on the Seattle side, does this defense kind of still do its thing enough to the point that maybe whatever happens on offense doesn't really matter anyway?
Here's my take on the game. Everything you just said about the Seattle defense, you just look at what New England has done offensively in the playoffs. Granted, they've had some weather situations. Their road to the Super Bowl was the easiest of any team since 1999. It's all right there in front of you. Seattle's going to win easily in a low-scoring game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for me, I'm not excited about it. If you're a Bills fan, I don't think you are at all. I mean, of course, I'm going to be rooting for Seattle, and all other Bills fans will. But as for the game, it's not fun because your team still hasn't gotten there yet, year after year, and it's hard to watch something that you want your team to be in, and it keeps being a failure year after year. So I'll have it on. I think Jim is right. I think Seattle wins regardless. And you mentioned the points too. Why I agree that Seattle will win the game.
There's a couple things. The NFL's, so crazy, right?
Yeah.
And every week you think you got it figured out, and the opposite thing happens. I don't necessarily see that happening here, but a couple things that could take it off script. If Sam Darnold, has a choke game like he did in the playoffs for Minnesota last year, a pick six early in the second quarter, letting Keyshawn Booty get open for a bomb, combined with a pick six maybe, and next thing you know, the Seahawks start to, falter a little bit. There's some cracks in the armor, and it just goes south for Sam Darnold after that. But I don't necessarily see that happening. I don't think Darnold's going to have a great game, and I don't think Drake May's going to have a very good game. I think that, I think we gave our scores last time we were together, and we were all somewhere around, 40 points for a total, which would put the game under.
Yeah.
It's currently sitting at 45.5, which I think it will go up one by kickoff.
Yeah, there's a lot of interesting stuff on that side of things, and maybe this is the perfect kind of bridge, is the fact that none of the lines have really moved now in well over a week. And that, I guess there's two viewpoints to kind of look at that from. To be fair, I view it as not all that concerning at the moment. Where I would view it as concerning is we get to, say, midday Saturday into Sunday, and you start really seeing some swings kind of happen.
Well, what do you think the line itself would do? If anything, it might go to -5, although the chatter I hear randomly is a few random people saying, the Patriots are going to win, but I think most people are thinking what we're thinking.
Yeah, I think on the value end of it, if you're looking to get as much juice out of the squeeze as you can, would be to bet the Patriots money line, which is an obvious statement in this case. But every book is doing a boost and everything this weekend, so take advantage of it. But I would say if you start seeing the number, I'd say actually go. Well, you mentioned it a little bit, I guess, in that sense, but
Went down.
that gets to closer to a field goal, legitimately. Something is up in the force, and I don't know if I would feel comfortable at that point fully diving in on something.
I think if you're going to take Seattle in the points, you might as well tease it up to 6.5, honestly. Or if you really want to get crazy, take them at -13.5.
Yeah.
And count for the old Super Bowl blowout, which happens, more often than not.
Yeah.
In a situation like this where it looks like there is, a mismatch.
Yeah.
I mean, is anything about your take different, on the overall game as a whole? I mean,
No, I think both defenses are going to show up, and it's going to be a lousy, lower scoring game. I think I predicted Seattle would actually only win by 4 when we did it Monday. I think Seattle just makes one more bigger play, probably with Shaheed. The guy's a big factor, and that's a big piece of what they got at the trade deadline.
Look at the time. Drake May got sacked 5 times last week.
Leads the league in sacks all year.
And he's fumbled a lot as well.
Yep.
And they luckily have not, they've recovered a lot of them. But, this might be the game where it just completely goes south. The only defense against that is, I do think that Mike Vrabel may be the better of the two coaches. But, yeah. I don't know. It's tough to find a case for New England, honestly. But, when everybody sits here and agrees like this, that's usually when Vegas makes their money. So it's very difficult to bet the NFL.
Yeah, especially with it only being one game. I think that's tough, and that's where I think we can fully jump into these prop bets here at this point, because that's where a lot of people make their money on the Super Bowl, obviously, at this point, or lose their money. But, it's interesting. There's a little over a handful for me that I really love this year, and I know we're going to be picking 3 specifically that we're kind of going to ride or die with here, maybe in lieu of our picks as we would normally do it, obviously. So my first one I'm going to toss out here to you guys. You mentioned the sack thing with Drake May. I look at the other quarterback here, and Jim, you alluded to, we haven't really had Sam Darnold have any Sam Darnold mishaps yet in the playoffs. He is still the leading turnover guy in the NFL this season. Over half an interception, I think, is a great play for Sam Darnold in
What
this
is the
game.
odds?
I got it -121. So it's kind of interesting. You look at it, Drake May has, or I guess depending upon the way you look at it, he's at -137 to have an interception. So I'm going to play the better of the value options here.
I think that's probably due to the cornerbacks for New England is
Yeah.
why the odds are different.
Yeah.
Because you would think, you would think that, and maybe that they're not going to throw as much.
Yeah.
But, Christian Gonzalez and Marcus Jones,
Carlton Davis.
Yep.
So that's kind of where I'm kind of going to lead, I think, with mine. And that, I don't know how we're going to fully do it here, but that is actually one of my ones that I'm going to end up locking in as being one of my 3 anyways, a Sam Darnold interception.
All right, let's go around the horn.
Yeah. So,
Want me to go next?
yeah, have at it. Go ahead.
So I'm going with your guy, Mac Hollins.
Okay.
I saw 25.5 receiving yards.
Yep.
It might have changed by now. I don't know.
It is not.
I saw 24.5 on FanDuel.
Let me
Well, I don't know. Is he going over or under?
So I'm going over.
go ahead and riff. I'll double check.
Yeah, so I'm going over because, they're going to be focused on Diggs and Booty.
Mhm.
And Hollins, since coming back, has been reliable. He's gone over this number in 6 of his last 7 games.
Actually, I not to interrupt, I have a big development here. I can get you at 23.5 on the
crazy.
Mac Hollins.
Wow.
And another stat, too. I mean, he's had like a 15-yard reception in 6 straight games, too.
Yeah.
So if he gets a couple catches, you tell me he can't get,
I-
24 yards?
Yeah, and to be fair to you, his receiving prop on that is one that I highlighted as far back as yesterday as being one I liked. It's not going to be one of my 3, but it's going to be one I think that I bet come Sunday morning.
Yeah.
Is for sure that.
So I feel pretty good about that one, so I'll lock that in.
All right. Love that. Go ahead, Jim.
I'm going Drake May under 221.5 passing yards or whatever the best number you can get me there is.
Yeah, under 221.5, yeah.
If you think it's an under game, you think it's a defensive game, then it's going to be very difficult for him to get to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's interesting the swing on this at the moment because according to my app, the best odds you can even get is actually on an over 200 for Drake May. But it's like a weird how it's like a 20-yard differential depending upon what book you're looking at. So, but
Yeah, under.
yeah, I got you on that. So that's over on FanDuel, it looks like. So, all right. I'm going to stick with the receiving stuff here and follow the Kyle trail. So that has not moved, so I'm sticking with it. I'm doing Cooper Kupp over 30.5 receiving yards. I think there's going to be a lot of attention given to JSN, and that's normally where kind of following the Hollins train here a little bit, Kyle. Usually where you see those secondary guys end up being the ones kind of collecting yards, and Cooper Kupp has had a pretty good playoff. He's reached that 30-yard mark every time, so I'm sticking with Cooper Kupp and the receiving yards for him on this one.
Yeah, Christian Gonzalez is going to be busy with JSN. So,
and the JSN number is really weird. It's now down to 90.5. When I was looking
93.5.
Yeah, when I was looking yesterday, it was at 93.5. So people are taking clearly the under on that a lot at the moment. So, all right, Kyle, back to you.
So I'm going to go Kenneth Walker,
Okay.
over 20.5 receiving yards, too.
Okay.
They've been throwing him the ball a lot, and the Patriots allow the 5th most receptions to running backs all year.
I can get you 19.5.
All right. So yeah, he's gone over in three straight and 4 of 5. So
Yeah.
he catches 2-3 passes, he'll probably get that number. So I feel good about that.
And he's essentially the only show in town in the backfield now at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously this Helani guy popped up, but I don't think.
He's now with Charbonnet out. He's this backup.
Yeah, I think though it's definitely more of a one-sided affair compared to what might be a two-headed monster. All right, Jim, back to you.
Oh man, so many unders to choose from. I like under Kenneth Walker under 73.5. I like, but I like JSN under 93.5. You say you can't get that.
Well, I can actually get you as high with a proper money line at 96.5.
Okay, we'll take it.
Yeah.
I just, again, think that Christian Gonzalez is one of the better cornerbacks in the game. He's going to be on him throughout the game. I just think it's going to be a defensive battle, a slog of a game. So I think Jackson Smith-Njigba could get, 7 or 8 receptions, but maybe not get the yards.
Yeah, that's my kind of thinking. Maybe it would be smart for me to do the under there too then, but by my logic and your logic and everything like that, but don't know how to feel fully about it just yet. But I like it. I like that one in principle. I really do. All right, my final prop is a true not novelty technically, to be fair, but this one I found perusing Fanatics yesterday. And I'm doing it because I actually do agree with this. It's the final game of the year. You have on the Seattle side a coordinator who's going to be off. His playbook is going to be in a different system next year. Now, this is combined between both teams. Preface it this way. I'm doing over 2.5 players to record a pass attempt. AKA, I just need a wide receiver, a running back, whatever you want to call it, to have a pass attempt. And we've seen teams in the playoffs bust out stuff like that this year on the jet sweeps and everything. So at plus 170, I like that.
I don't know, man.
I'm going to do it.
They should be higher.
Yeah. But I'm doing it. That's going to be my third prop bet here that I'm
They
locking
don't got to
in for
complete it.
Arsenal.
They just got to
Just attempt. Yeah. Could be intercepted. I don't care. As long as it's attempted.
Didn't the Chiefs run one several times during their Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Philly special.
Yep.
I mean, I guess it does happen more than you think, but yeah, plus 170, it should be higher, I think. But
You would think.
for me though, I'm out of player props. I'm not big onto this game. And so can I just pick the under?
Yeah, absolutely. Let me get that. 46.5.
Ooh, I had 45.5, so that's even better.
You got it. Yeah, I think we're all kind of leaning on. Although I don't know. To be fair, the past couple of days I've been coming around. I feel like to the over technically a little bit here, but I don't know. We'll see. But sticking with that under 46.5 is Kyle. All right, Jim. Final one for you.
Oh, maybe I should just take Seattle minus 4.5. But yeah, give me Seattle minus 4.5.
You got it.
I also like Hunter Henry under 40 yards. I like Drake May under 37.5 rushing. I like Ramondre Stevenson under 49.5 rushing. I like them all. I like all the unders.
Yeah. There's a few more I like, and I'll rattle them off here really quick. I mentioned I'm with Kyle. I like that Mac Hollins over receiving prop. I like Travion Henderson over 16.5 rushing yards, and I know that might be entering some sketchy territory, but I don't know, a number that low with one of your running backs, I feel like is a pretty good thing to risk. I do have 2 anytime touchdown scores I like. One is Mac Hollins at 4.5 to 1. The other AJ Barner at 2.5 to 1. Again, my logic is so guys you kind of maybe don't expect to find themselves in the
You're
end
not going to find value with the main guys.
But that's the other issue, right? Is JSN is sitting at like minus like 125 right now. Walker minus 1, essentially essentially even money, minus 105. But
I don't see
even Diggs is like at plus 105.
You have Hunter Henry in front of you? What is that?
Let me
maybe like plus 140 or something.
plus 240.
240.
Yeah. So.
Well, again, like you said, if you're me and you think the game's going to be low scoring, you might only get 1 New England touchdown, maybe 2. So it's tough. Even on the Seattle side, let's say that they score 3 touchdowns in the game. I mean, there's a lot of guys on the team. Figure maybe Walker will get 1. I don't know. I'm having trouble doing anything with touchdown scores for this Super Bowl.
Yeah. I think if you're going to go that route, you got to go
first or last.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, but on the anytime side, you got to go these mid-level flyer types, I guess, or whatever you want to call them. And
Demario Douglas.
yeah, actually, I did debate him. He is at plus 680 right now.
Now you're talking.
I did think about it. He does get targeted in the red zone.
Yep.
So I was thinking about that. They didn't. The other one I have, and Jim, I talked to you about this a little bit the past couple mornings, but Jake Bobo over half a receiving yard.
You won't even find him on FanDuel.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it depends who's offering it. FanDuel's offering it at plus 180 right now still, which is what I had it at from yesterday when I was doing my initial stuff. So, I mean, I don't know. If you're going to be stupid about whatever, I think that's a possible play. But that one's definitely a wait until Sunday morning to see what happens on that front. So, all right, the game itself. Jim, I feel like we know which side you're technically going with here, obviously with Seattle. Score-wise, though, sticking kind of with that.
24-13. Maybe 17. 24-17.
All right. Kyle?
I'm going to stick with 24-20. So I am going to take the Patriots to cover. As a pick, too. Just want to throw that out there.
Gotcha. Well, I've come around, I think, to a little bit more scoring. I'm going Seattle 31, Patriots 27. I want excitement in my life.
Fun.
I don't
I think the
care.
NFL would prefer that.
So.
Also, another reason that it could be under is just the way the Super Bowl is nowadays with the longer breaks between commercials and everything. Much longer halftime. It's just, I think it favors the defense being fresher or more ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking at past Super Bowls quick. If the number was set at 46.5, like you had it for me today, the last 3 Super Bowls have gone over that number. The last lowest scoring game we've had in the Super Bowl is 2022. Rams 23, Bengals 20. So you've had higher scoring Super Bowls lately.
Well, who are the teams?
That too. But I'm just saying in general, like 3 years ago, 38-35, Chiefs, Eagles. Chiefs 25, 49ers 22. Last year, Eagles 40, Chiefs 22. I don't know. I mean, that's why I feel like the under 2 is like we're due for an under. It's been a while.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, if that's the way you believe things happen, then yeah, it's a law of averages.
That is true. So a lot of people have brought up how we haven't had a dud game since the Patriots-Rams. So, and a lot of people kind of think it might happen this year. I don't think so, and I think based on the scores that we kind of feel like, I don't view it as from that dud perspective anyway. So
I mean, me personally, I just can't wait till halftime so I can turn it over to the All-American halftime show.
No, I'm good.
I mean, Kid Rock,
Yeah.
Lee Brice. You may remember Lee Brice was the headliner at the FingerLakes1.com Country Music Festival a few years ago. And now he's at the All-American halftime show.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thrilled for Bad Bunny. I can't wait.
I think Bad Bunny will put on a show. I don't know. I don't know Bad Bunny. I mean,
What's the story? He's wearing a dress too?
Is he? Maybe.
I don't know.
He might wear a few different
I
things.
think I go over this every year with a lot of people. The halftime show isn't meant for me or
It's not
you.
meant for football
or you.
fans.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, just walk away when it hits halftime.
Yeah. Go ahead and take your.
Take a 45-minute break.
Oh wow! I'm sorry, I got caught off guard by this NBA trade that just happened.
The trade deadline is now, right? Like right at this moment.
27 minutes from now.
Yep.
What, the Pacers?
Wow.
trade?
Yeah. Benedict Mathurin going to the Clippers for Zubac. Okay.
Boring.
Either way, maybe we'll get to more on that, obviously, in a little bit here. Sorry, it just threw me off because I wasn't expecting either one of those teams to make a deal like that. Syracuse basketball, touch on that quickly. Another disappointing week here as we recap everything. Just the Carolina game, I don't care that they came back.
Well, I
It's
do
just
care
such a
that they
bad-
came back.
it's a
but
bad-
how do you
it's a
get
bad
down
taste.
32 points?
Yeah, that's
to
my
anybody.
thing. That's my thing.
And during that, it's funny when Syracuse starts to, the other team starts to go on a run and that lead starts to stretch. All of a sudden, guys aren't getting back on defense, and it's just exasperating the problem.
Which was my thing again in that game.
It was very, very, very frustrating. And
Hey, by the way, though, did you know that Carolina and Duke play on Saturday?
yeah, that's all anybody cares about, right?
Yeah.
Um,
You do have answers though, Jim. Apparently.
Well, first the things that are wrong with the team, and it's just getting sick of it. It's embarrassing, and these are Autry's fault. I mean, if you can't get the players to do these things, either you can't get them to do it, or you're not trying to get them to do it. Either way, it comes down to the coaching, and I mean, I can't stand watching this offense. People generally say, "Well, nobody's moving." That is the big part of it, but it's just if you watch, they're either going to isolate two guys to do a two-man game, or they're going to just isolate one guy. And once they do that, everybody else just stands on the three-point arc and watches. So, like, it's so frustrating because I'll see a guy with a ball. It could be it could be any of them. And I'm just like, this ball's going up. He's going to either isolate, break this guy down, or he's going to jack up three, but it's going up. And you think that his teammates would know it too and maybe crash the boards, but no, they'll stand and watch it, and then just an easy rebound, and then sometimes get beat down the court too. I mean, that's one of the number one things that makes me crazy. Like, have some sort of offensive scheme that puts your players in position to get a freaking offensive rebound. Defensively, I think in the history of basketball, other than maybe, when I coach my daughter's fifth grade rec team, have I seen a team that is so freaking confused by the pick and roll. Like, they can never seem to either switch or fight through it or whatever, or communicate, whatever it is. Teams run simple pick and rolls, and they score off of Syracuse consistently, like easily. I just can't, that's coaching. You can get mad at the players, obviously, but that needs to be corrected, and it's just something that's continued every game. They just run these pick and rolls and make us look stupid, and and the getting beat down the court, getting out rebounded by smaller guys, especially Donnie Freeman. I don't care what his final stat line looks. I remember the 2 or 3 times in the game when he had an easy rebound and somebody out hustled him for it. It's just so hard to watch. And I know when people generally say, "Oh, look, there's no offense." I mean, and they're right. There isn't. I mean, there is. It's just one guy or two guys trying to isolate while the other 3 guys are spread out. And like I said, if J.J. Starling has the ball and you can tell he's going to break down a guy and go to the basket, then the guys that are standing out in the arc should cut to the basket too.
Yeah.
Either get a rebound or a pass. If somebody on defense helps out, but they just stand out in the 3-point arc, hoping to maybe get a kick out. But it's too much to take. It's too much to take.
Yeah.
And I don't see these things changing anytime soon, because we've seen them over and over again for the past 2 or 3 years. But we're not dead yet. Right? Do you see a path?
Yeah, I mean, technically, it's just one of those things where it's tough. I mentioned it to you earlier this week. Frankly, television-wise, it's not a primary focus for me at the moment, and I think that's the tougher.
What, Syracuse?
Yeah, it's not.
I'll never miss a game.
Look, there's a path. Right? I'm not going to sit here and act as if
here's
the Viking funeral's already happening, right? And light the
everybody's talking about Autry's replacement.
But yeah, I mean, I think it's tough that the focus has shifted to the point where I don't think it's unavoidable. I don't know. Look, we've seen stupider teams go on dumber runs in these conference tournaments and get bids in and stuff like that.
That's not the path I was even thinking of. Because they're not winning the ACC tournament.
But to me, that's the thing. I don't view a better, this February schedule for Syracuse is brutal. I just don't see. That's the thing. I don't know if the opportunity's there.
Here's the path. They have 4 games against ranked teams. At Virginia Saturday, then at Duke on Monday, February 16th. Home against North Carolina on February 21st. And then March 3rd at 24 Louisville. So of those 4 games, they need to win 2. So let's say they win 2 of those games, 2 quad 1 wins. if one of them could be Duke at Duke, I mean, that's bonus points. Or even at Virginia is a good win too. They'd all be good wins. So, and then the other games they have against unranked opponents are California, SMU at home, and at Wake Forest and Pittsburgh at home. So, if they win those 4 games and 2 of the 4 games against the ranked teams, then that puts them at 18 and 12 entering the and 9 and 8 in ACC play heading into the ACC tournament, where at that point you win 1 game, you can think about it. You win 2 games, you really can start thinking about it. But what will probably happen is I can see him winning 2 of those 4 games against ranked teams and then losing to SMU at home.
Well, that's the thing. That's a good SMU team. It's a good Cal team.
I could see him losing to any of those teams.
To me,
I could see him losing to anybody.
Yeah, well, that's the issue. And the only game out of that where I feel comfortable with a Syracuse win is against Pitt.
I don't even feel comfortable.
And but that's the thing, right? It's the same feeling that I have though. And they beat Notre Dame last Saturday. It's the same feeling I had going into that game where it's like, yeah, that's a game they should win, but like anything's possible. You lost to Boston freaking College.
Right.
Like,
if you just got one of those games back, all of a sudden you have a little more breathing room to maybe, but in another world, they win 3 of the 4 games against the ranked teams. So there is a path. They're not done. It's just not encouraging because despite, in my estimation, having the talent to do something, to go on a run like that, the execution just isn't there.
Yeah, and that's
from a coaching standpoint.
Yeah, and that's something that we talked about last week, and unfortunately, it's one of those continued to harp on it in a way where it's like the players can do whatever, but unless the adults on the sideline can figure it out, then none of it matters anyway. So go support the women's team. That's a team trending in the right direction. Or lacrosse, take your pick. That's up to you.
Lacrosse plays this weekend?
Yep. So, all right, Kyle, I was initially going to do Sabres first here, but we got Tarek Skubal making history in the arbitration world, so kudos to him and not the Tigers, obviously, in this case, but $32 million this year, most ever in arbitration by $1 million over Juan Soto.
Yeah, and it's rare to win those cases against the teams. And then the jump, they wanted to settle at $19 million, the Tigers.
Yeah.
And he asked for $32, and he won that case. That's a big gap.
Yeah.
I don't think we'll ever see that again, but he is what I would say the best pitcher in baseball.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know if you disagree. Do you have a guy that?
At minimum, he's the best in the AL, that's for sure. At minimum, I think he's the best. I got to see him pitch in Double-A more than a few years ago now, technically. But yeah, I mean, I don't know if I would have fully bought into what he's doing now then, but man, oh man, what a treat for Tigers fans and baseball fans.
And he performs in the playoffs too.
Yep.
It's not just a regular season thing.
Yep. So, yeah, good stuff there. Back to the Sabres, Kyle. Road trip down to Florida. They're back up north here, home in Buffalo for one final game before the Olympic break. Or actually, no, they're in Pittsburgh tonight, right?
They're at home.
Oh, it is home? Okay. I got myself confused there for a second. So, but either way, going into this Olympic break, essentially a month off, how we feeling about the Sabres coming off that Florida road trip and now back home?
I think the standard has changed so much that it's hard for me to accept only 3 or 4 points because they had 2 leads in the third period in Tampa Bay, and twice they blew it. But, actually, if you really look at it, 14 years with no playoffs, you're in a playoff spot now. You're still winning games. You're still picking up points. You're going to be in a playoff spot for the entire Olympic break, which I could never even have dreamed of that. It's February 5th today. How is this possible? It doesn't feel real yet. So, I just got to learn to, I used to not get mad at the Sabres games because,
who cares?
Yeah, it was just the same old, same old. Mm-hmm. But it feels actually good to now care again so much where that game against the Lightning felt almost to me like a Bills loss. It was infuriating because of how it went. So I'm glad we're at that point. But yeah, tonight, good opportunity to pick up at least a point, 2 more against a Penguins team who a lot of people, kind of wrote off. I mean, they're older, but they're still playing well. And no matter what, if they lose tonight, they'll still be in a playoff spot. So it's still fun to watch, fun to see. And it'll be 25 games left after they come out of that break. So I guess there's still a chance they could collapse, but they're in a good spot from what they've done the last month and a half.
For sure. A question I want to pose to you here, because it's only the NHL going on break.
Yeah.
Do we see any of these like fringe guys go play Amherst hockey for a month essentially, or
Yeah.
is that even like allowed technically?
There was 2 guys that were allowed. I can't remember who exactly because there's so many young guys.
Right.
But then there's rules where 2 others can't. But yeah, I think we'll see at least a couple go back to Rochester. And I get it. Like, if you're a Sabres fan, you probably just support the Amherst, but you're not a big Amherst fan.
Right.
But it's funny that all their players are getting taken away by the Sabres, and then they're going up there and actually performing. And the Amherst are just like, oh, now what do we have? We don't have anyone.
Yeah.
But yeah, a couple players will go down there during the break.
Yeah. And then I did see Josh Norris expected to be back after the break as it stands right now. So
Zach Benson, Josh Norris.
I saw
Ukko-Pekka
Greenway.
Luukkonen,
Greenway's the only one that there's kind of
hospital
limbo.
surgery. Yeah. And remember, the trade deadline's still coming. This is not going to be their team for the final push. So I expect them to be a little bit aggressive too, because, you're not going to sell off pieces like they usually do every deadline. So it's going to be unique and different than it has been the past 14 years.
Can't beat it.
Kyle's got the Sabres hat and sweatshirt on today,
Yes, he
so
does.
you know that he's serious about it.
Oh yeah, fully back and
I've always said, people never believed it because I like baseball so much, and of course the Yankees, but I truly believe I might be I might like hockey more than any sport. It's just I haven't had that good hockey team to root for and watch. So like it truly is so fun. It means so much that I can finally have a team.
Well, and what else you gonna do in the winter,
Yeah.
right? In the summer, you can get, especially if your team's not that good. You can walk away and do any number of things. In the winter, that's the thing about Syracuse that just kills me. It just freaking kills me because is the fall winds down and the golf season ends, and I always look forward to Syracuse basketball. I always have looked forward to Syracuse basketball, and then week to week you just look forward to the next game, and then who's next? Can't wait, and then you wake up that day and like they play tonight, and it's going to be I can't wait, and then and that's all gone. It's been taken away, and I like literally clinically depressed this winter, not just because of Syracuse, but the weather part of it too. But if this Syracuse team was doing what I thought they were going to do when we first saw them hit the court early in the season, man, it would be so much easier because you'd be looking forward to all these games like 10 times more than we are, and then you'd be looking forward to Selection Sunday, but like all that's taken away, and there's nothing except the Buffalo Sabres. Maybe I need to watch some more Sabres games.
I recommend it.
And maybe flip on the NBA as Paul likes to do.
Don't drag me into that.
I won an NBA bet last night, totally random.
Okay. It's not random if it hits, as I say.
Anthony Edwards over points, RJ Barrett 2 3-pointers, and the third leg of the parlay was Rudy Gobert, 8 rebounds or more. Those were all tees. They weren't the over under even money lines.
Yeah.
But anyways, and a 50% profit boost was the only reason I placed the bet. I went on to look at some Phoenix Open odds and or Waste Management Open, I should say, and noticed that the FanDuel is offering me a 50% profit boost. So sure, I'll throw $10 down.
Yeah, why not? Yeah, Waste Management Open. It's my favorite lead into the Super Bowl it's become. I enjoy it as the not having to watch 8 hours of pregame coverage.
Mm-hmm.
Early leader right now is Fitzpatrick. So
I've been watching him. He's had an incredible round.
yeah.
What is he now? 8 or 9 under?
I had him at 9 under. I can double check quick though.
But
8. Oh, hold on. No, development. Got her up.
Goddard was right behind him.
-8 in the lead. Fitzy's down to -7 in second.
Wow.
So,
Anyways, I've been watching it. It's a fun course to watch, especially the finish. You got the 16th hole, which everybody knows about. 17th is probably the best short par 4 maybe in all of golf. And then 18's a fun finishing hole too. So Scheffler was on the course too, and he was 1 over.
Well, Scheffler was one of us earlier,
Yeah.
based on the
Couple bad
chip I
lives in
saw.
the rough. But there's nothing probably less exciting to our listeners or viewers than recapping first round PGA action.
Yeah,
Unless
but
it's-
waste management's fun. It's the people. It's the People's Open.
yeah, it's fine. They like I said, the course is great, and that stuff on 16s is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Last night I watched a little bit of the Desert Open. You familiar with that?
Yes, I am. Yeah.
And it was it looked like they were playing at freaking Cranebrook or something.
Ooh.
Like it was a par 3, but like
Yeah.
the first hole especially, there was like dead spots all over the front of the green, and they were announcing it like who was the old boxing announcer like Let's Get Ready to Rumble? Michael.
Which Buffer brother? Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, they had a guy doing first tee announcements that was really over the top, and it was just wasting time. Just want to see the guy hit, not get introduced while you're screaming about it. Anyways, whatever. Golf.
Yeah, we didn't mention it though, but Justin Rose played out of his mind at Torrey over the weekend too. We didn't mention that, but
One of the most amazing
Great.
things I've seen in all
Yeah.
sports this year is the fact that he has added 5 miles per hour of club head speed with his driver from a year ago.
Mhm.
And he's 45 years old. I mean, that's like unheard of.
yeah. But just an incredible round, and he's look. I don't know. We'd say it with a number of different guys, but he really has had in the past calendar year a really good year of golf, and I think for the people who probably only view golf in those 4 major settings here, I know we're literally 2 months away from the Masters as it stands right now. Hard to imagine him for the Masters not being one of the favorites at this point, I would say.
Yeah, no doubt for all 4 of the majors.
Yeah. So, all right. Quickly before we get out here, NBA trade deadline. Giannis is not getting traded. I was kind of banging on maybe something like that happening, but
Well, next year he'll be on the Lakers.
yeah, it's looking like Kyle. What's the biggest name that got moved at this point? Anthony Davis, right? I guess as it stands right now.
It's been lousy. I mean, we still have 20 minutes to go, but yeah, like Karl Anthony Towns, I thought was a name that people thought could get traded, but it's nothing so far.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, there is a lot of trades compared to the other leagues, and the NBA does have more chaos. But like, I mean, some of the names here, like the Porzingis trade last night.
Yeah.
I mean, that is considered a bigger trade, but is it really? Porzingis is always hurt.
Well, there's some teams where they're going 3 for 4 guys.
Yeah.
Like that's crazy. That's like 20% of your roster.
Yeah. That is true with the way basketball is.
And think about this. So, what's his name there? The Dallas center that got traded.
Anthony Davis.
Yeah. So he got traded a year ago at this time. Dallas traded away their most beloved player in their franchise, Luka Doncic,
Yeah.
to the Lakers
Mm-hmm.
for Davis.
Yep.
And now Davis is gone. So what do you got?
They got Chris Middleton. They traded Luka Doncic for Chris Middleton and Max Christie.
I mean, how fucking sorry for the mouth. I'm just really still pissed off about Syracuse. Now I'm trying to. They didn't get a draft pick in that. Like Cooper Flagg came is an organic draft pick, right?
Yeah.
So they could have had Doncic and Cooper Flagg, right? Theoretically.
In theory, yeah.
I don't know. I like that a lot better than whatever the heck they're doing now.
Yeah. Thanks, Nico Harrison. So yeah, I think overall though that probably about does it for the podcast.
You know who Nico Tamirian is?
The name sounds
He
familiar.
used to be the Syracuse WTVH5 or
yeah.
He used to be their sports guy for a lot of years. He's in Seattle now at KOM whatever TV station, and he's been doing spots for the local Syracuse TV stations, and it's just good. It was cool to see his face again. I don't know. I always liked him.
Yeah. No, that's always cool seeing that. So, welcome to the affiliate world.
Well, I got a couple things quick.
Go ahead.
Remember, the NFL is expanding to more countries.
Oh, yeah.
And it was announced that the 49ers and Rams will play the first ever game in Australia right before we came on the air. And
What? So what time is that for us to watch?
I have no idea. I didn't look into it, but I
They
saw.
haven't set a time yet.
I would guess it would
No.
be in the like 3 a.m. hour.
Probably.
Yeah, they said. Am I crazy here? I thought I saw a 19-hour difference between California time and their time.
Yeah.
So I don't know what it would be for.
16 then for
Oh
us.
yeah, it's 16. Yeah. So if they started, it might be like an early morning game.
Yeah.
And of course, that's just Australia. They're going to have much more going on throughout the year. And
I'll say-
eventually, they want every team to play one game
Every
in
year.
another country every
Another
year.
Country. Awesome.
Yeah.
You think? Imagine being on those teams. I've never traveled to Australia, but I imagine if you do, and then you come home, it like you're all screwed up.
Yeah.
Like you don't know what day it is, what time of day it is. You can't sleep. Your circadian rhythm is all thrown off. So when it comes time, we'll fade the 49ers and Rams
Yeah.
next year.
And the games usually suck anyways. The
Yeah,
games are
Never
played
even
over
watch
there.
them.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't ever. I'm usually in the early part of the season playing golf in the morning on Sunday, but I don't ever like get up to watch those games.
No, I mean it's not priority viewing for me at 9:30. Like I know you have golf. I'm usually playing like pickup or
Those
something like
games
that to
are
get
usually
some
not
work
very
in,
good
like,
games.
Yeah.
But supposedly, you're getting fans in these other spots. I don't know. If having one game over there creates a fan base. Again, because when the NFL is playing their regular schedule, let alone Australia, but let's talk about Europe. It's in the middle of the night there.
Yeah.
Especially the marquee games that are on the Sunday night football or Monday night football.
Yeah.
They're kicking off at 2 a.m. Europe time.
And I'm reading some of the comments here. People are mad, season ticket holders specifically,
Sure.
because they get one of their that's a top game.
The
Rams and 49ers.
tickets aren't discounted either.
Yep. So
Like I guarantee you that the season ticket price for the 49ers or Rams or whoever was hosting that will be the same as if that game wasn't in Australia.
Yeah. Yeah. I know there's the big thing about that. I can't remember who it was with, but like they technically have to do something to like reimburse, but it's like they do it through like gifts. And I'm sorry, like I do not care enough about whatever for you to send me a scarf. Like that's a slap in the
Swag.
face. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like what are we doing? So and I know the teams can't control the element of like the schedule portion of it, but you can control that part of it, right? The ticketing, the customer service, and I don't know. It's just billionaires fighting with other billionaires. So it's whatever.
and the last thing for me, it's just a countdown.
Yeah.
4 weeks from today, the World Baseball Classic
Hell yeah.
starts. So that's
Have you been watching Lead 'em at all or no?
now.
Gotcha.
4 weeks from today.
Yep.
And how long will that last? About 10 days?
3 weeks technically,
that
I
long?
think. Yeah, because
Wow.
they have the pool play over in like Tokyo for one. So
And I looked, the schedule has USA playing 9 o'clock games, Eastern games, but they're going to be playing at Houston Stadium.
right,
So
8 o'clock
for
there.
me, that's awesome that we're getting 9 o'clock baseball and USA is going to be
So 9 for us or 8 for
9
us?
for us, 8 for Houston.
Yeah, I love it.
That works for me.
As long as I'm not going to a game like when Syracuse was playing games at 9 o'clock this year.
Yeah,
It's fine to watch on TV. That doesn't bother me. But if nobody's going to those games in January at 9 o'clock at the Dome.
we are not.
I'm certainly not.
No,
No interest.
no.
Get home at
I think I went to.
12:30.
I've been to a couple, but it's been because I've been given tickets. So it's like, yeah, I'll go because I'm not having to pay. Like, but yeah, I think the one time I didn't get home until like 1.
Yeah,
Like,
on a weekday night.
Yeah.
Kids have school. People have to work.
not worth it. Thanks, ACC. So, all right, we'll get out of here on that note. We'll be back.
One last thing.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
What are you going to eat during the Super Bowl?
Oh, it's a good count. I'm very stereotypical at this point. Big chicken wing dip guy. Some cookies for sure. Normally, there's like a stromboli type dish. I'm usually on board with that. So, yeah, I guess it's a lot of typical stuff though at this point. I
How
don't know.
about you, Kyle?
Yeah, I don't even think we're going out that far. I think probably just like pizza and wings.
There you go.
maybe.
Well, that's your standard class.
Nothing crazy, especially because it's this kind of Super Bowl.
Yeah.
To me, it's a dud, but whatever.
Well, I'm not a big fan of Super Bowl parties
Mhm.
because, it's a Sunday night.
Yeah.
And any Super Bowl party that I've ever gone to recently or hosted, everybody leaves at halftime.
Yeah.
Or after the big halftime act.
Mm-hmm.
But so I think it'd just be me and my wife at home. She probably won't even watch the game at all. She might act like she's gonna and sit down and then realize she's bored after 5 minutes and leave me alone. But I will prepare something. I don't know what it'll be just yet.
Oh, I forgot to mention chili as well for me.
I mean, Finger Lakes One used to do a Super Bowl chili
Yes.
live every year. Probably won't be doing that this year, but might still make some chili probably.
Nothing
And
wrong
then,
with that.
with some tortillas, some cheese,
Mm-hmm.
and then maybe have one bowl around kickoff and then another bowl early third quarter.
There you go. Hell yeah. You'll have George at least to watch with you. The worst case scenario.
Yeah. George will sit with me.
Yeah. So, all right. I think that's officially it, right? I don't know. We got food. We crossed food off the thing. We got picks in. We got
Just enjoy Bad Bunny.
Yeah, enjoy.
You're not really. looking
Everybody's
forward
got
to Bad Bunny. He's the most popular recording artist in America.
I know.
I don't know. I don't know if I want to do the geopolitical stuff right now. So I think I'm gonna.
It seems like every bar or club is playing some kind of his music, whether it's even local or.
I wouldn't know if I heard it honestly, but I am looking forward to just seeing it because it's a cultural thing. So there's whatever happens, it'll be what everybody's talking about. The next day. It's like with Kendrick Lamar last year. Well, that was last year, right?
I was all in with Kendrick. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not a big Kendrick Lamar fan. I couldn't have told you more than one or two of his songs, but I watched it. But the other thing about these halftime shows is they're all just. No, they're not it's choreography. Like, it's not a performance. Like, the bands aren't really playing.
They're all garbage. Not like they used to be in the early 2000s, late 90s.
Right. Like, where a band would get out there and they'd play.
Like, Kendrick Lamar is garbage. Sorry for all the...
Wow.
Like, all that music.
Rehashing this a year later. Hey,
had to throw my opinion. It's
well, like I said, it's not meant for us, right? Because we actually are watching for the game. It's the smallest thing.
What was the last Super Bowl halftime you were excited for?
Last year.
You were excited.
I mean, I like Kendrick though, so like that's in the. But if you want me to go like overall, the LA one a few years ago where it was Snoop, Dre, Eminem, 50, Missy Elliott, I was really on board with that. I like the Weeknd, so the Weeknd, which was the COVID Super Bowl, I did enjoy too. But
I can't really remember why. It never used to be this big of a deal.
Yeah.
Back when I was watching the Rams and the Steelers in 1980.
What was the Super Bowl halftime show then? Probably like the squirrel on the jet ski.
Cool in the Gang, maybe.
Nothing wrong. Hey, I'm on board with that.
I have no idea, but I do remember. I think the last time that I was like, man, I can't wait to see what the heck happens here was when Prince. Did the halftime show.
So, nothing wrong with that. But that was before, so not even Tom Petty then? Petty was after.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, I've got people don't have albums anymore, but back in the day I used to have all the Tom Petty CDs and I like Tom Petty and everything, but it wasn't like, wow, I can't wait to see what Tom Petty does.
Fair.
He's just going to sing a montage of his songs, but Prince was like...
And the experience.
I mean... So, anyways, yeah. And then the commercials, of course. We get to watch the commercials.
I'm out on the commercials at this point. They've sucked recently. I'm out. But, hey, who knows?
Is there Bud Bowl anymore?
Bud Bowl? No, I don't think so. Yeah. Now, that's a term I have not heard in a while.
It used to be big.
I think we still got the Puppy Bowl, but...
Yeah, the Puppy Bowl's still happening.
Yeah, but no Bud Bowl, no Spuds McKenzie, no... Okay, never mind. I dated even myself on that one to a degree that I know who Spuds McKenzie is, so. All right, we'll get out of here on that note officially. So we'll be back next Thursday, recap the game. Who knows what else might pop up.
Talk about Syracuse's win over Virginia.
Daytona 500 next weekend. We might have Paul's NASCAR Corner happen. So.
Syracuse versus Virginia, and then Cal on Wednesday. So we'll have two Syracuse games before we're back here on Thursday.
Yep.
1 win and 1 loss.
Oh, okay.
That won't be good enough.
Nope.
2 wins, and it might be a more exciting tone.
Mm-hmm. I'm not going to hold my breath.
Me neither.
So, appreciate everybody for listening and tuning in. You can find the FL1 Sports Podcast here on FingerLakes1.com, the FL1 YouTube channel, and all major podcasting platforms. If you're betting, good luck this weekend. If not, I hope you have fun. Enjoy the food, enjoy the game, and we'll talk again next week.